Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Challengers Cup, week number 1, hosted by Cybergamer. My name is Nightfall, and once again, joining me for the grand finals here in week number 1 will be Alex Cassio. Switchbay, how you doing?
Good. Got a bit of nerves out from that first cast, so
yeah,
hopefully
definitely.
This one will be a lot better. Can't wait to cast this one. See Llamas See Llamas be playing again, as well as Rovers.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very interesting team. I can't wait to see how they end up playing.
Yeah,
it's gonna be good.
They've got Swifty on that team, don't they? Swiftbay. Interesting character.
Oh, really? Didn't notice.
Alright, guys, we're going to head straight into game. No dilly-dallying. Here we go. Straight into boom. There we go. Sweet. Awesome. So, on the side of Rovers, that is the blue side of the map. In the solo lane, we've got iClaffer on tier. In the jungle, it's going to be Thagorez on Ao Kwang. In the mid lane, it's going to be Cryopator on that Llamas. And our duo lane is Kizzle and Swiftbay on Rama and Athena.
On the right side of that spectator UI, it's going to be Llamas in Pajamas again. And quite similarly, we're going to see Shrooks on Guan Yu again. We're going to see Tori Skies changing it up a bit. He's going to be the Hun Bats in the jungle. Hazy, Isis mid lane. Again, Erratic. Again, going to be on Geb. And Runner is also going to be on Xbalanque yet again. Good team comp. Worked out for them. They lost a bit in the early game last time. But they managed to bring it back towards the late game, which is exactly like the mid to late game, which is exactly where you start to see the Xbalanque and the Guan Yu really able to do their stuff. So should be a really, really good one.
Yeah, if it's not broken, don't fix it. They only changed their jungler onto Hun Bats rather than the Bastet. And Hun Bats, I'd say, arguably is a lot better due to that Fear No Evil being able to pop beads as much as possible and forcing great team fights. And I'm not... Are you familiar with Tori's Hun Bats? Do you know is that one of his signature gods?
I wouldn't say it's his signature god. I've seen a lot of his Thor and a lot of his Bastet, and they're kind of the ones that I'd say he's more known for. I'm just really excited that I get to see some actual PvP from Tori this time. It's going to be great. I'm excited. Excited. It's great.
Nice stun onto Cryo and a slowdown as well. Overhand smash. Will he be able to go down? Yes! Already! Did Thagorez?
You selfish person! You took that portal and killed your friend.
Oh my gosh!
I think that kill should go to Goraz. He solidified that one. Goraz really solidified that kill.
That is how you turn on friendly fire in this game.
Yeah,
you steal portals.
SMITE new game mode 4v6 brought to you by the Goraz.
Oh, Tori looking for another kill.
Unfortunate situation for the Goraz. They're just hugging the wall. Tori and Isis again, the mid lane jungle, are going to be on Pot's start. So a bit of an early investment, and they've already paid it off by getting a kill for Hazy. So Hazy's going to be in the driver's seat for the rest of this laning phase, and probably a lead up into the mid game. Giannis needs a few of his core items until he can really be doing some good damage. As of now, he's more utility. Look at this early... Okay, I wanted to see them go and try and fight Claffer there. That would have been quite entertaining to see how Claffer would have been able to handle that, but they're just going to take the little Jeppy camps away and...
Oh, is that a dive on the mid lane? It looks like... Tori is going up behind. Where's the portal? Can he get his own portal this time? He's not actually opting to go for it. Although he should have huge damage on towards him. Nice Spirit Ball as well, just to secure even more damage, taking him down to half HP. Definitely should have taken a portal that time.
Most definitely. Good poke coming out. Oh, Isis coming in again with another Spirit Ball. He's 3-3 for his Spirit Balls. That's going to force out the beads on Cryo. And
back at it again.
Portal away and actually get his portal this time. Did you see that? That's hype.
Did he get it? He got it? Oh, I missed it.
Yeah, he got his own portal. There was no one to take it.
Oh, dash in onto the duo lane. Erratic's taken extremely low. Swiftbay is getting a lot of damage as well as the minions on towards Erratic. Very nice taunt there, but it is the duo lane and it is early game, while two late game AD carries are in there. So not a lot is going to happen until the mid to late game.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Rams doesn't have such good clear like, at all. He uses a lot of mana when he clears. He's more that boxing god. He's the ADC that you give to a skilled player where they're going to be able to outplay the other ADC. But that being said, so is the Shibalanke. So I want to see people respecting the 1v1. I want to see them 1v1, and I want to see who ends up coming off.
Look at this. There is the ult on towards Cryo with the Fear No Evil. Does get the portal again. Ultimate out of Ao Kuang to force him up into the air. Cryo, what? He used the through space and time.
He was getting pressured by Erratic on Geb there, just at the top of his tier 1 tower. But Hazy picking up that kill on Claffer, and Kizzle sitting there charging up his dash, manages to get away. And
Cataclysm used there
wasted
too.
Ultimate there by Erratic. Is not going to be able to use that Cataclysm when it's coming up to a team fight. We are going to see the jungler and the mid laner coming back to lane. Not going to be any tower pressure coming out just yet. But a pretty good early lead by Llamas in Pajamas here. They're up by 1.5K in gold and 1K in experience. But we're going to see a very, very brazen dash taunt by Kizzle there, picking up both Haze and Erratic. But unfortunately, he's got no backup behind him. There's no one that's going to be able to help him put that extra damage down.
So Rovers kind of look a bit awkward in this early game. They don't really know what to do. Thagoras is kind of a bit of... He's all over the place in this mid lane, but he's not actually getting anything. While Llamas and Pajamas are in the driver's seat, they're dictating the pace of this game, and they're forcing the fights where they want them.
That being said, Rovers do have quite a late game team where Ao Kuang's going to be able to probably 1 to 2 shot anyone that hasn't built health or protections when it comes to that late game stage. Swift Bay is going to be smacking for chunks when he hits that late game stride. That's just the power of Rama. And Cryo on the Llamas, like it's Llamas. It's painful, it's annoying, and it's so mobile. So it's going to be quite interesting to see if this does go to maybe a 30-minute game when everyone's got their full builds and stuff, because people will just be dropping like flies left, right, and center. Damage numbers will be huge this game.
Another note about Ram is that he can take himself out of the fight for a few seconds and deal damage with that ultimate Astral Strike, or ultimate double ultimate in the solo lane as Claffer is forced away there. But back to Ram, he can take himself out of the fight. If he's out of position, his team can rotate over towards him, help him out, and Athena can try to take enemies off his back.
Look at that right lane. Look at Claffer backing with 30 HP. 30 HP. Shrooks would be really, really frustrated with that one. Didn't have his ultimate for him there, but here comes Goraz. He gets him down to the threshold, and he eats him right up. And that's going to be a kill for Goraz. Really, really good. That's what you want to happen. You want Ao Kuang to not be involved in the fights this early. You want him to be coming up after a fight, pressing 3, killing someone, and then picking up a nice heal with his ult. And that's just going to be the way. That's the way you have to play it until you're in that late game stride.
I have to say, Ao Kuang ult is probably one of the most satisfying abilities to successfully land in the entire game. I mean, you eat people and you become a giant dragon. Who does not want to be able to do that?
And it just looks so cool.
It does.
Like, it just looks so good. But there's that, like, brief moment of pure fear. Like, pure fear when you're standing next to...
Speaking of fear, Fear No Evil on towards Kizzle as he's forced into the Cataclysm as well. Erratic picking up that kill. Spirit Ball gonna miss. The guy is looking for damage. Giannis Portal is going to deal quite a bit of damage. Can he get out though? Yes, he can. Very nice. Giannis played there.
Take those portals away from him. We're going to see big grouping on this blue buff though. Claffer is getting CC'd, but that passive is going to mean that he's not going to be able to get locked down very quickly, which plays in well being such a mobile god. Tori is then there, jumped into him with a nice little slow there. Shield's going to come out, Confound as well. Shrooks has no mana to work with here. He really should be backing off here, maybe teleporting back if that's available to him. Pretty good early fighting from Llamas in Pajamas. They've seen Rovers have an Ao Kuang. They won't have that early game pressure, so this is the time of the game where they really need to be laying their foot down.
And you could see it. As soon as Torrey Skies hit level 5, he went aggressive. He tried to make plays, and they were successful. 3-1 is the score. Now, I want to take a look at gold. With 3,100, so it's not too much for 7 minutes into the game. It's pretty standard. and it's not a lot of gold efficiency to put into items. Because early game, as soon as you get your first item, you're not hugely spiked unless no. I'm trying to think of any gods who like get massive off one item.
Well, it would probably be something like any of the gods here. Probably not, apart from Isis. The moment Isis gets that Doom Orb on,
yeah, wave clear,
in serious trouble. It's going to be doing a lot of damage. When you get at least 15 to 20 stacks, you're going to be hitting like a truck. Something I did want to mention is Cryo's build. I like the way that he went Lost Artifact, and then they had a bit of a poor start, and then realized, I can't get a Doom Orb. I'm going to be locked down. I died early. I'm not going to be able to keep up with the gold and all that. So I'm just going to play it safe and get boots. However, he got cooldown boots. Not something you really see that much on Giannis anymore. Purely because Chronos Pendant is so strong and works so well with him. That would be where I would personally want to shift over my cooldown. You don't need it in your boots. The pen that you would get from Shoes of the Magi early does a lot. And you notice the difference as well.
So you would prefer the pen over the cooldown plus...
Any day of the week.
Plus Doom Orb? Would you get Doom Orb or skip it for Chronos?
He got First Blooded, so I wouldn't be picking up Doom Orb at this point. I'd continue with that build. I'd have Pen Boots, and I'd want to go for maybe a Book of Thoth. But as we see that, we do see Kizzle dashing in with a Confound. Unfortunately, no follow-up. Goraz... Oh, no, that Spirit Ball misses Blink from Eradicate, and the Cataclysm. He is going to miss the knock-up there. As you can see, like, Goraz is just in these fights, but he just can't be doing this damage. Like, there's just not a lot of damage for him to really be doing. Shruix wanting to run straight through that tower and get that kill. Cryo getting some good poke onto Isis. Isis getting pretty low, but he's grouped up with the rest of his team. And of course, Shruix is there to heal, but Ram! Oh, Swift Bay. Unfortunate. The Geb shield there, just way too powerful. And
the damage from Guan.
Guan's damage is just like, it shreds protections and then it slows you, and then it sits there smacking you with this massive axe type thing, and it's painful. No one likes it. I don't like Guan. He's annoying. But if you do take a little hover over Erratic, we are going to see that he's doing something that I personally like doing, which is leveling the Stone Shield and the Shockwave 1-1, going 1 for 1, so that you've got a good bit of damage, as well as you are going to be able to be putting down a lot of health on those shields. So
indeed, you can.
It's a little bit better than just rushing everything into the shield, because you don't particularly need it that much.
Mm-hmm.
The early game, the shield's best asset, I suppose, is the cleanse for those early ganks definitely. And early lane fights. But over here on the right mids, we are going to see Goraz having to give up those mid camps to the ever powerful Hazy there with his full Doom Orb, and he's got Shoes of the Magi. Just keep an eye on his damage. Keep an eye on his damage. It is going to be huge.
Definitely gonna look towards that Isis, especially with those Spirit Balls. As we saw last game, Hazy dealt massive damage, especially at max range, as that's where the true power from the Spirit Ball comes from. 1.5 times damage at max range. It's pretty massive coming through on there. So I want to talk about Rovers. Before the game started, you were discussing how the team was recently picked up by a new organization in Rovers.
Yeah, they kind of found each other, and I think it's pretty good that they came in. They did their Pro League stuff. I believe they partnered just before the Pro League qualifiers. Played the first week. Unfortunately, didn't do too well. Played the second week and weren't able to make it. But they've shown persistence. They've shown that they are a strong team, and now look at them. They're in the Challengers Cup in the grand final against another pretty dominant team. If they keep at it, they're definitely Pro League material.
We'll have to see if they can continue this nice play over the coming weeks. Claffer looking off to the side, but Shruix forces him off. Erratic's looking for a blink Cataclysm. You can see it. There it goes. 4-man with a Fear No Evil on top. Kizzle taken extremely low. Shruix, though, with a Gift Shield, staying healthy as can be. And the Fearless not going to be able to secure a kill. Swifty with a double kill. Can he find a triple kill onto Erratic? No, the rollout's going to be able to keep him alive.
He might want to... Oh, he doesn't have any mana, though. If
he doesn't want to go for it.
He easily would have been able to get the ult there. But really, really, really good work there. We did... That's one of those team fights that I like to call a graphics card killer. Because so much stuff is happening.
Everything happens at once.
Being dropped and damage is coming from everywhere.
No, Swifty can't.
Was able to get away. He was going to be able to get away there. Did just use his beads to be able to jump away, which is pretty good. But we are going to see Rovers a bit in the driver's seat now. They've been able to turn it around a bit. Still a little bit down in gold, just under 1,000 gold there. And experience is basically even.
Pretty much. I mean, 100 experience is negligible. I should have picked a better word to be able to. That's the one. I don't know how to speak English these days. So
right, you're from New Zealand. You got an accent. Just hide behind the accent. It's the accent.
Us Kiwis don't speak English. We speak Kiwi. We have our own language actually. Pause. Cool. A little bit of a rest here. So let's take into account what just happened. So Hazy got killed, and then his Doom Orb stacks were reset to half. So that is a lot of damage taken down from Hazy. And who else went down in that fight?
It's about 50. It's about 50 damage that you're going to be losing from full Doom Orb when you die. But being ISIS, that Wind Gust is going to be clearing the whole minion wave anyway. If not, you'll have to auto 1 or 2 minions. So not too bad. You'll be able to get the stacks back pretty quickly. It's when you die twice, like one after another. If there's another team fight that breaks out now and Hazy gets killed again and isn't able to get any stacks, he's going to be on like 12, 13 stacks. And that's no bueno. We don't want that.
You don't want that at all. I really want to point out
the item useless.
We missed something. iClaffer has value boots. The problem...
He did it, value boots, boys!
I think there's a little bit of a problem here, because Tia cannot be CC'd for longer than 1 second. So is it worth getting the further 33% CC reduction?
30. I'm not too sure. Would they stack? It should stack.
It should,
I feel like it'd be a bit unfair if it stacked. They'd just be like, okay, I am CC immune bot.
Actually, no, it is. I remember Fonke was talking about it, that if you build value boots on Tia, if you're Mercury, then you can't actually throw Tia with a special delivery because he walks out before you can throw him.
That is nuts. That's actually really, really cool.
Yeah.
See Claver in the right lane. He's just sitting there jumping, waiting for the wave to come out, and throws out that nice little firework emote. But a big grouping in mid lane. We are going to see Tori take a bit of an aggressive route. Throws that monkey at Athena, and Athena's like, what? Like, why'd you do that? Poor Kizzle. You can't just go throwing monkeys at people, Tori.
We can't monkey around. Oh my god, that was terrible.
That's about as funny as the basket on a head joke.
What?
Yeah, no, not on. Don't put a basket on your head.
Why would anyone want to do that?
It's the Hunbats joke.
Oh, I don't play with game sound.
Memes, KF. Memes.
I'm not meme friendly like you are. Anyway, back to this game. Let's get onto it. So Deathbringer being started off for Torres Skies. As soon as he finishes that, his crit's gonna go through the roof. And with that passive, yes. So as soon as he jumps onto your face, if he gets at least two crits, your health is going to be from 100 to 0. Cataclysm.
Goraz there getting Erratic relatively low. Goraz taking a bit of damage, is forced to get out, but here comes Tori. There is the ultimate, and oh my god, Hazy. Back to the 50 stacks. Damn, Hazy, back at it again with another hit Spirit Ball.
Oh, there we go. Oh, beautiful taunt from Kizzle to stop the knock-up onto Erratic. Gibb shields himself. Can Tori find the kill? He should be able to. He's got enough mana for an overhand smash if he wants to find it. Rana, can he find that kill? Swift Bay actually takes down. Oh my god. Oh my god, he nearly got the kill. Okay, Hazy with the secure.
Beats a little bit too late.
Very nice there. Spirit Ball.
But they were some fantastic jukes by Kizzle there. Was able to keep himself alive. The problem was Tori was running around trying to hit every auto. Like, he was just holding down W and left click. He needed to run up and not take that attack speed penalty.
Is that a Lawbringer?
And catch up to him.
Yes. Okay, Llamas are able to secure the Gold Fury, but Athena and Tia are here. There is a Fearless onto Hazy. Aegis is popped. Can he get away? He's running away. He's slowed down by the Ao Kwong. And now Kizzle's looking for a position, but he can't find it. He doesn't have the taunt. Tori Skies is here. Shrooks with the ultimate. Guan Yu running straight towards the Gorez. No stopping. There's the jump in from Hunbaz. Does he have his ultimate? He does. If he needs to use it, he can. But he gets taken down before he can use that to secure any kills. Now iClef are still in this fight looking for a kill. Can't find it. Rana Barana is out of mana, and now Erratic here to secure the save of Rana Barana.
That's an interesting. That's a good phrase. Rana Barana out of mana. That's holy damn.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, that was
Hazy
quite
looking
funny.
for a kill. Can he find it onto iClef? All he needs is one more Spirit Ball, one more basic. He gets it. Beautiful play from Hazy. Huge damage. He's got Book of Thoth as well. More damage.
Book of Thoth's very good item. Wouldn't particularly get it on Isis because the Doom Orb, MP5 is enough. You don't really need a whole bunch of mana on an Isis, and Book of Thoth also being such a big gold investment, it's not cost efficient at all.
What would you prefer on that? Would you go for the pen instead?
Oh, I would have gone straight into...
as we missed a kill onto Swift Bay over there in the duo lane.
I'm going to bait out Cryo's ult as well, so that's unfortunate there. There's only two ultimates on the side of Rovers, and one of them is dead for 30 seconds. Whereas Llamas in Pajamas have 3 available.
And arguably the most important as well, other than the Geb. They've got the Isis ult for the turnaround, they've got the Hunbats for the initiation, and the huge CC, and
the Guan to just ruin everyone's day.
There you go. Pretty much. So Kizzle, okay, they're in a really bad spot. Is that tier 1 tower up? No, it's not. They could dive if they want to. They've got all 5, and it looks like a split push from Claffer is going to force the aggression from Llamas to take this tier 2 tower, as Rovers are caught out of position. They're going to lose this for free.
However, we are going to see Claffer on the right-hand side. He's going to pick up a tier 1 there. But
tier 1 for
down
tier 2.
in the left. Yeah, not good, but they were on the back foot. So it was better. It is better than nothing. We are going to see that Llamas in Pajamas are grouping on this left-hand side. Wanted to take down that tier 2 as well. Could this be their detriment? Oh, this is not...
Oh, no. Very nice snipes from...
Unfortunately, they were not able to drop enough damage onto them. They seemed to get a little bit greedy, wanting to get mid and left, but unfortunately Rovers kind of took their foot off the pedal. Look at this ultimate from Cryo. Unfortunately not going to hit anyone. He is going to come out of that portal, and Kamehameha Shruix to pick up the kill. There is going to be a chase. Humbats does go down. Can Swifty catch up to Rana? Oh, this is the boxing fight. Oh,
the Spirit Ball, there was a nice beads. Swifty is forced out of this fight. A very nice taunt to stop the damage coming through from the Wind Gust. And, actually, Rana was able to return a kill. What? Oh my gosh.
Managed to pick up the kill there onto Goraz. But that was a really, really good portal there from Cryo. You might not have seen it. He just blinked. He just portaled through the wall and avoided some of the Isis damage that probably would have killed him because, Isis scurry. And then was able to pick up the kill with Kizzle onto Hazy, which is also going to halve his stacks.
Rana out of mana now.
So look at how much has happened. 20 minutes into the game. This is unreal.
So much has happened. Now, looking at the gold now, it's a bit back and forth here. It was even all throughout the early game as Erratic goes for a Cataclysm.
Knock up onto Swifty, and he is going to fall to Shruix. Shruix just doing a little bit too much damage there with the Warrior's Will. Look at that. Hazy's back up. They've got 5 people alive. I'd like to see them getting some better ward coverage on the right side of the map around Fire Giant, because if so much has happened this early into the game, Fire Giant should really, ideally, be their next objective. They can let Gold Fury go to Rovers and try and bait Rovers into doing the Gold Fury while they then turn and do the Fire Giant. But again, you need wards for that.
They're 4.3k gold ahead. That's Llamas, and yeah, like you said, they should go for the Fire Giant here. 4.2k XP as well. But it was very nice for Claffer to split push in that right lane, as he was able to take that tier 2 tower, and then they also got the tier 1 tower after turning the fight around and getting 2 kills, I think it was, for Swifty there.
Yeah, he's coming online very, very well. He's got Ichabod, he's got the RC, and now he's got Kinsai. So he's going to be hitting for quite a lot right now. The normal shred that you'd get from Arama, the moment that he activates Pick Me Up,
he's up in the air. Can he secure Gold Fury? No, it was just a bit too much health, and there was the through space and time. Fear no evil. They're trying to secure it. Yes, they do, but they use so many ultimates now, no longer in the fight. So Rovers do have a little bit of an advantage as Claffer is taken extremely low. Swifty with the DPS looking for something. 5-man on Llamas is too strong though. Tori looking for the monkeys, not going to find it. He's trying to jump on towards Swift Bay, and he does with the help of Hazy. He falls down. Cryo with those portals, massive mobility out of there.
Pushed out from Hazy there. He ended up aegising out the damage from the taunt and Cryo's unstable vortex, and then he got portaled, and then he decided to beads when he was out of danger. He was safe. He could have saved those beads. We are going to see a pretty unfortunate defense here of this mid Phoenix. There's just nothing that Rovers can do at this point. As you saw, Kizzle dropped his whole kit trying to keep them off it, but unfortunately it's just not going to phase Llamas in Pajamas. They are in the driver's seat now, and they're not going to let anyone forget about it. Shrewik's just running through the tier 2. Look at him, he doesn't care.
He's Guan, he's got those heals.
I'm Guan, I'll press 1 and nothing has happened.
Indeed.
I can out-heal an entire player. I can out-heal a player from the game.
It's forced Kizzle to get a Pestilence. Look at that. I mean, it's not bad, considering Isis has also got the heals as well. But they really have to deal with that Guan, who could just press 1, and on a cooldown of, I think it's like 4 or 5 seconds. That's a lot of health getting pumped out every 5 seconds from Shrewix. And across a team fight, that's massive amount of HP for his teammates. Dash torn onto Hazy, not going to find anything, just looking aggressive, but now Kizzle's dash is not there. Shrewix going to be able to get a lot of aggression on towards him, going to fight a little bit. Spirit Ball not going to find anything. We could hear that off the side, and now
that was smart.
Is a bit out of position.
Smart by Kizzle there.
What happened?
Kizzle was sitting there, got 2 autos. He dropped a sentry, got 2 autos on the but that being said, he is going to cop a Fear No Evil, a lot of damage coming down. Cataclysm as well, and the poison darts from Shabalanke, but Hazy's going to be credited to that kill. That is 2 ults down. 2 ults down for
just for the support. Yeah, exactly.
It makes sense though, because they do look at them in right lane. They want to take that tier 2. One of the people that's really going to be standing in their way, quite literally, would have been Kizzle. So taking out Kizzle just there would have been fine. We are going to see Swifty ulting in from around mid lane. Unfortunately, not going to be able to find as much damage, but Tori taking a lot of damage really low in the back there. But Swifty rotating over here doesn't have very much mana to work with at all, and he's going to miss. The Spirit Ball's going to miss. He's going to eat some poison darts, and Shrewix is off to the races, chasing him down as best he can, and they are going to manage to pick up the kill, credited to Erratic, and it's not looking good here for the side of Rovers.
Oh no! Fagoraz looked for the ult on towards Tori Skies there, but the Gib Shield prevented him from getting executed.
Claffer,
wow.
You got to make plays, Claffer, make plays, son. There they go, come on.
The 3-man Fearless, it looks like there's the Athena ultimate. Hazy's going to get taken down, and that Shrewix is forced to the back line. The front line is now Rana Barana, who dashes to the back, but they did get 2 Phoenixes out of that, and it was a right initiation. Like you said, getting this support is not actually that bad, and using 2 ultimates, because that's the initiation for Rovers, and a lot of the tankiness as well. So Rovers were forced onto the back foot even more than what they already are, and couldn't initiate or defend whatsoever without
Rovers
dying.
Deserved to get a kill there. Like, they just deserved it. Llamas were playing that one a little bit sloppy. They weren't as they weren't in good enough formation to get that Phoenix efficiently. So the fact that only 1 kill came from that, a little bit surprising. Honestly. But they do have 2 Phoenixes down. Mid Phoenix is coming up kind of soon, but Fire Giant's up.
I really want to see them go for Fire Giant and just win.
Fire Giant. Like, you You're just asking for them to go on pressure.
This could end up like the Chinese regionals where they just got Gold Fury at like 40 minutes in the game while Fire Giant was up and they got deicide. I mean...
Yo, dude, talk to me about value.
China #1, dude. So
China #1.
I just want to see a good closeout of a game. It's Fire Giant and they just win. But at the same time, they could just wait for the super minions, go left lane like they are doing.
I just want to see a well-formed team fight with good positioning from everyone. Well, I suppose from Llamas at least.
They can show that they can as well. They can show that they can team fight very well. I mean, Erratic is on point with his Gibbs shields. Run is in a great position to be able to get his huge DPS off. And the Hunbat's ultimates coming through from Tori Skies is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Oh, here we go. They want that Phoenix now. They're not going to give that one up. They're way too tanky. They've got way too much sustain. There's no real wave. Oh my god, that through space and time, smacking Hazy for quite a bit, forcing him down the back. But there goes Clapper. He's going to pin them against the wall and pick up the kill on Hazy there. Really, really good. Cryo, don't understand
Cryo almost
why
taken
you're
down.
trying to box a Shibalanke at almost 30 minutes into the game. Bit odd there. Swifty's ult is down. Look at him just charging forward.
Rovers winning
by
this?
his team and get some damage off. Unfortunately, Erratic is going to Cataclysm and pick up the kill there on Clapper. Rana's going to pick one up onto Kizzle. And what now? Is Swifty going to fall?
He's got to give...
He's low.
No, one more basic, one more basic.
He should really be turning to get some life steal. But he's going to get away with a slither of health.
Oh, look at all these minions coming through from the right.
Look at right lane minions.
Look at them. Oh my word. And now, while that happens, they're just going to take the left Phoenix as well. And they're just going to add it to the amount of structures taken down. Actually, no, Rovers forced them off for that one. So not too bad considering how much pressure they're under at the moment. So Llama's just going to back off after that. They're going to clear these minions. And, yeah, wow. Okay, that fight was really, really interesting.
From Hazy getting picked off.
Yeah.
They were in the middle of that fight. They weren't able to continue to push because, oh no, Goraz dashes away. He's going to find himself in the midst of four Llamas.
Blink?
And, yeah, he's not invited to that pajama party. He's going to be down for the next 48 seconds. So, definitely looking pretty grim on the side of Rovers at the moment.
What kind of pajamas would Ao Kwang wear? Like dragon pajamas?
A onesie. He's got to be a onesie.
Dragon onesie? Yeah. Interesting theory.
He could definitely be a onesie kind of guy. Or actually, that's probably why he's not invited to the pajama party, because he doesn't wear them. He just runs around naked, making all the other gods feel awkward.
I feel like that's Cupid in a nutshell, though, because he just wears, like, one robe. It's really awkward. And he's like, here, have some love. Okay, thanks, Cupid. I want to take a look at the builds now. So, Polynomicon for Goraz. On Ao Kwang, I like it a lot, because it gives you that huge burst damage, but I don't know, he's lacking damage elsewhere. He's trying to one-shot.
They're so good. Yeah, he's definitely going for the one-shot with the Soul Reaver as well.
Yeah.
That's the one-shot build. That's where you're like, no, hi-bye, you're gone, like, relatively quickly. And it works well because they're wanting to focus out Hazy at the beginning of these fights, because he's the main, he's a main source of continuous damage. But we are going to see ultimates coming out left, right, and center, forcing Swifty up into his ult, dropping down some damage.
Oh, he picks up the snipe
through space and time. Smacks Tori down for about a third of his health, but unfortunately Swifty is gonna... Is he gonna get away? No way. There we go. Yeah, Tori's gonna pick up the kill there. They're gonna pop a Heavenly and try and get away. Kizzle tries to get the confound off, but unfortunately misses. And look at the damage coming through from Hazy right there. That is a very...
Isis ultimate keeps Hazy alive, and now Clapper is stuck between... Actually, no, he gets to safety, so it's 3v4 now. Beautiful two-man taunt onto Shrooks and Erratic down into the portal. Huge amounts of damage. Gibbs shield onto Hazy. He gets out of there alive, and now they're trying to turn it around. And Clapper's out of mana and out of a lot of health, too. He's going to get taken down eventually. There is the cavalry charge. Going to be able to secure the kill. Can it pick up Kizzle, too? Gibbs here as well. For Goraz, going to be able to get out and Kizzle taken down.
I love what Hazy's doing here. He's low, he realizes he's low, and he kind of just hangs back towards the back, like staying super, super safe in an area where he's got some wards, and then he just drops out his damage whenever Shurick slows someone, or whenever Erratic knocks someone up or uses his ult. Strong plays there.
Are they starting fight? They are.
Not going to be available for this Fire Giant. Yeah, we do see Barana making his way downtown, walking fast, faces past, and he's going to take a Fire Giant.
And then he'll be homebound, just to secure another item. Actually, no, he's max build. 3-1 at the moment. Oh, is that going to be a snipe from Swifty? Can he secure it? No, too much health. Far too much health.
Early there, that's unfortunate. And
Goraz, though, he's able to steal it. Goraz secures it with the 3.
You god.
Oh my god.
Men.
That was beautiful from Goraz, but now, how many people have it? Just 2. And the 2 people that you've definitely wanted on, the mid lane carry and the AD carry. And they're both late game gods, so they could turn it around. Although 5 minions in the mid lane.
Beats forced out onto Swifty there under that right Phoenix. Cataclysm only used on one person there, but there he goes. That was
far
well
too quick.
Played. Erratic rolled in, ulted Swifty, got his beads, and then he was like, alright, his beads are down. And they're like, okay, well, I've got this amazing thing as a Hunbats called Fear No Evil, and it kind of screws everyone that doesn't have any form of CC immunity. And
Swifty was a bit too close there.
Rip Swifty, right? Rip Swifty.
Yeah, now they're going for another engage here. Cryo's the next target. He's the only other one with Fire Giant up, so he can return a lot of damage if he wants to. Thogoraz is back up, though. He can blink, and will he get the execute onto Gib? No, the Gib shield's going to keep him alive. Athena ultimate to help him stay alive against Rana Barana, but here's Tori. Will he be taken down? Hunbat's very low. Kizzle looking for the dash. Can he find it? No, he can't. And neither can Cryoparator with that Vortex. And now they're under 3 lanes of super minion pressure. I don't think they'll be able to hold, especially as the Titan's already on 50% HP.
Yeah, it's not looking too good. It's looking rather bad for them. They are going to do the Gold Fury. What are you doing Gold Fury for?
Interesting decision.
Why?
I mean, when you're max build, what do you need more than gold, right?
I guess if you wanted to get your 3k pots online a little bit earlier...
Yeah, it's not a bad idea, and it away...
It makes sense. They're on their way back from taking down 3 Phoenixes. Pressure's definitely on from Rovers here. This is where Rovers are going to learn the most about their team. About, I suppose, being a team. When you're 3 Phoenixes down and the pressure's on. That is when, 1, you're learning the most as a team. 2, you're learning the most as a player. And it's... I want to see something awesome happen. I want to see this go for another 15-20 minutes. I want to see them get some Phoenixes. But
it doesn't look like...
Look at this grouping in mid. It's not going to look like it by any means. Swifty's off on the left-hand side of the map. Big 4-man grouping.
I want to focus
just hiding
on
in the jungle there.
I want to focus on
There's
Humbats
the Blink
this
Cataclysm.
fight. Yeah, we've got to watch for that.
Blink is available to him, so is Shell, his entire kit as well. They're going to want to take this fight under the Phoenix. They're going to blink in an ult, and Hazy's got an ult here. There we go, that's the ult. And there's the damage coming down,
go for the win.
Dropping, and that is going to be game. Very quick finish there by Llamas in Pajamas. Strong showing from Rovers. I think they just need to fix up a couple little things, and they probably would have been able to make that a much stronger contention in that game. But all credit to Llamas, they played that one really well.
Definitely, and I've got to give credit to Rana Barana once again. His damage was insane, and the Guan Yu healing was insane as well. Like, there's no other way to put it than Guan Yu was like the carrying factor with the combination. I mean, I say just 1 or 2
damage than Goraz put out,
but it really,
yeah,
on an Ao Kuang,
yeah.
Is this real life? 14,700 healing for Shrulix and 13,600 Thogoraz damage. Wow. Okay. Alright, so... Well, I think it was just the team comp.
I know what's the first ban in ranks now.
Team comp, really. Because it worked the first time and we saw how well it went. Late game, they just switched on, especially with Shrulix healing the initiation from Gib, Rana Barana DPS, and the huge burst damage from Isis as well. Mix that in with a Bastet who could backdoor, or a Hunbats who can initiate and turn teamfights around as much as they want to. So it's a beautiful team comp coming through from Llamas, and unfortunately Rovers were knocked down to 2nd place in yesterday's tournament. So congratulations to Llamas, well fought by Rovers to make it all the way to the grand finals and put up a good fight as well.
Exactly right. Do you want to get into the MVPs for that game? For the grand final? of our first Challenger Cup.
I actually don't know who to give it to this game.
I know who's getting it on Llamas.
Who's that?
That's got to be Hazy.
Hazy?
He did 18k player damage.
Yeah.
He didn't do a lot of player damage, but the damage he did was done at crucial points and was done exactly when it was needed.
Blood.
He was getting Spirit Balls. And the first blood... no, actually, sorry. First blood goes to Goraz. Goraz gets the first blood there. That's all you, my friend. However...
The steal as well. Got to note that. Okay, I think for the steal for Goraz...
So based on that, Goraz is... Alright, Goraz has gotten it for Rovers.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Goraz. That were some hot plays. That was a hot steal. And you killed Cryo. That's great.
Yeah.
But on the side of Llamas,
the only way you
again,
can
has to go to Hazy. His damage was just so well-timed and constant.
It was indeed. Well, that's going to be it for week number 1 of the Challengers Cup, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Quick shout-outs, though, to Cybergamer and Hi-Rez for hosting the tournament and for providing the gyms. Thank you very much, Hi-Rez, for that. If you guys want to sign up to next week's Challenger Cup, someone should be able to link it in chat. You can now sign up as well for...
Just do it. You got nothing to lose. It's Challenger Cup. You don't even need to play continuously. The more teams that we have in, the more teams that are playing, the more teams that are going to be circulating, the more practice everyone kind of gets, and you've literally got nothing to lose and everything to gain.
Pretty much. You can win 800, 400, 200 gems for first, second, third, and you gain points, and the more points you have, you can go to Pro League. There's literally no reason not to do it if you have a team. So the broadcast for that will also be same time, same place here at 6 p.m. Monday. Watch Chicken tomorrow at around 6 p.m. I'm not too sure what the time is for the Smite show. That was going to be like a podcast style thing, starting up once again. And OPL.
But a better one, you know.
A better one, yeah.
Like a better podcast.
Okay. Better production. We'll see how it goes. So OPL is Saturday, Sunday, every week for the next 3 more weeks.
We got
from
a
6 p.m. Yeah.
Super Week. That's going to be fun. That's going to be
huge.
really good. That's going to be teams playing 2 games in the one weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Which is going to be 3 games on the Saturday and then 3 games on the Sunday. That's really going to be a good
Imagine
test
trying to cast
which
that,
team
dude.
can adapt well. It'd be difficult.
I'm so glad I don't cast Pro
now.
League anymore, just because it's Super Week.
Yeah, Super Week would be tough. It's going to be tough on everyone. It's going to be tough on the casters, and it's going to be tough on the teams. The best teams there are really going to shine as the ones that can adapt quickly.
So all of that is right here on CGTV Smite. So make sure you subscribe and follow. We do giveaways every stream as well, so make sure you are following for that as well. Thank you once again, guys, for joining us. I have been Nightfall, and joining me was Switch Bay, and we'll see you next week.